done any shopping for holsters, you've probably seen some form of the Blackhawk Serpa holster system. Here I have two different systems, though they appear to be the exact same. This is the Blackhawk CQC Serpa holster with the matte finish and the belt loop. And this is the Blackhawk Concealment Sportster holster. If you've been interested in one of these two holsters, you've probably looked back and forth between the two, trying to debate if the $10 to $15 is worth it, and wondering what is the difference between the two. There are a couple of differences that are very easy and obvious to see. Of course, the Blackhawk CQC holster comes on this belt loop and then has the paddle as an attachment that you can put on afterward. The Sportster system just comes with the paddle. You also notice a color difference. The CQC system, which is $10 to $15 more, is available in black, coyote tan, foliage green, and olive drab, while the Sportster system is only available in what they call gunmetal gray. So now you're probably wondering, why is the CQC more expensive than the Sportster? For one, you do get the added attachment, but I think the bigger difference is that the Sportster is made out of a polymer material, still very rugged, still very durable, but the CQC system is made of a more durable carbon fiber. If you look on the Blackhawk website, it will recommend any sort of law enforcement or military or even security guard personnel to upgrade to the carbon fiber. While you can use the belt attachment loop, I much prefer using the paddle holster. You just slide it onto your belt line, and it is held there by these three hooks onto your belt, making it very easy to fit on but difficult to come back off. Of course, I'm going to safety check this weapon. Now the entire Serpa system works around this button right here. When you insert your firearm, there's a lever that attaches to your trigger guard, and when you're wearing this, you cannot take this out of your holster unless you press this button here, which releases that mechanism on your trigger guard and allows you to take out your firearm. One of the reasons I love this holster is because it does help me to practice safe gun handling skills. When I press this button to release my firearm, my finger automatically rests on the slide, not onto the trigger, which allows me to unholster my weapon and ready it while still remaining safe and not getting skittish or scared and accidentally pressing the trigger. Now, when I feel the material, the carbon fiber versus the polymer frame, I don't feel like there's any structural difference between the two. However, when I am drawing from the more expensive CQC system, it does seem to be a more smoother draw and a more smooth entrance into the holster. With the Sportster, it seems to be a slightly snugger fit, and so I have to really push it down before it locks in. It could just be that it's not broken in, or that they make it slightly different than the CQC. With the CQC, I can just let it drop in and it snaps all on its own. Now this system is called a concealment system, but as you can tell, there's nothing concealed about what I'm carrying. At least not when you're wearing a t-shirt and shorts. If you dress up for work, this could be a possible holster for you while wearing a sports coat. If you close it, of course you might see a little bit of imprint here, especially when you have a firearm as large as the SIG 229 or 226, but it allows for very easy access to your firearm while wearing a sports coat. Again, notice that where my finger rides. I've heard some people complain that there have been some incidences where there's been accidental discharge of their firearm due to the Serpa system. I don't see how it's possible. As soon as you bring your firearm out, your finger is resting on the slide. Another thing I like about the Blackhawk Serpa system is that you can get an adapter to put onto your MOLLE vest or a MOLLE backpack, and this allows you easy access to your firearm, your secondary system, in a run and gun situation. Now I can put it here on my hip just like normal, but my pouches are getting in the way. Makes it very difficult to gain access and put my firearm back. However, by placing it on my chest rig, on the chest itself, very easy